Good morning. I'm Rachel Garcia here with you again. Come join me. Let's walk. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat this morning. Today's lesson is, or today's affirmation or exhortation or devotional, whatever you want to title it, is you are a winner. You are a winner. 2 Corinthians 2:14 says, "But thanks be to God who in the Messiah constantly leads us in a triumphal procession, and through us spreads everywhere the fragrance of what it means to know Him." You see, God's will is that we win every time. Every time. He always causes us to triumph. Let me make sure my speed is up. Okay? Please keep in mind, though, that this verse is not saying that things will always be perfect or easy. Because it takes tenacity, it takes will, it takes self-control, it takes determination. But it does say that God always causes us to triumph. So even when things seem difficult, you can rest assured. You can be assured by His promises, by His truth, that you'll have victory in the end. Furthermore, this is Romans 8:28. Furthermore, we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called in accordance with His purpose. So we have to rest assured on this truth. We got to get a hold of this truth, knowing that even bad circumstances will somehow work for our good. And we can see the principle of this being displayed when we read about Joseph in the book of Genesis. Joseph grew up in Canaan as one of the 12 sons of Jacob, or one of the patriarchs. It was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so this is one of the 12 sons of Jacob, son of Rachel, of Jacob's beloved. When he was 17 years old, God revealed to him through dreams that he would be promoted to a position of authority so that even his own family would bow down to him. However, for the longest time, for a long time, it certainly didn't look like this. It didn't look like those dreams were going to come to pass. It looked like his purpose had been done away with. But Joseph, or let's see what happened with Joseph. Joseph, first of all, was rejected by his brothers. He was sold into slavery. He was taken to Egypt, framed as a criminal, and placed into prison. 17 years as a prisoner. He may not have looked like a winner, but God wasn't finished yet. Pharaoh, the leader of Egypt, had a disturbing dream one night and asked for someone to interpret his dreams, the meaning of his dream. There was this chief butler that had been in prison together with Joseph, that Joseph had correctly interpreted his dream, and so he remembered him. And so he told Pharaoh about Joseph. So they called Joseph out of prison, had asked him to interpret Pharaoh's dream. When Joseph did so, the king was so impressed, because God has to put, it's those connections. God's got to put the right people, right? The right time and the right people, the right circumstance, everything. God already has it all lined up. The king was so impressed that he promoted him to second in position and commander over all of the whole nation of Egypt. What a turn of events. Just like that, Joseph went from a prison to a position of prominence. From prison to prominence. Just like that. No human could have predicted the wild series of events that led him to this place of leadership. But God demonstrated His remarkable plan. When Joseph's dreams indeed came true and his brothers bowed to him, he delivered an interesting response. Joseph responding to all that has happened in his life. And he explained to them in Genesis 50:20-21, "You meant to do me harm. Like, I'm well aware that what you did, you meant to do me harm. You meant to stop me from proceeding in my purpose. You thought you were going to block the position that I was going to be in authority over you guys. But God meant it for good, so that it would come about as it is today, with many people's lives being saved. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your past. Don't be afraid of what you did to try and prevent me. I will provide for you and your little ones. It doesn't matter. I have a heart that I want to take care of you. In this way, he comforted them, speaking kindly to them. You see, Joseph came to understand this principle. One can devise many plans in one's mind, but Adonai's plan will prevail. And that's the truth we have to stand on. It will prevail. If he said it, he's going to complete it. Proverbs 19:21. No matter what circumstances come against you, God's purpose will prevail. Even when bad things happen to you, God can use them to bring you to a good place. Remember that. Take that and embrace that promise. So you see, we have to see ourselves as a winner today, even though our circumstances don't show it, right? It doesn't seem like it, but we have to declare, we have to profess, we have to believe that we are a winner today. Even if you don't feel like you're winning right now, know that his purpose for your will prevail in the end. He causes all things to work together for good when you love him and are called according to his purpose. His will for you is to win. To win, to win, to win. Remember that. And he will always lead you to victory. Signing off because I have got to keep my walking going. I've got another mile to go and then I'll be done this morning. I hope this word was good and I'll see you soon.